Hello.
We are back.
But we never really fucking left, did we?
No, we're in the same studio.
We're always here every week speaking about F1.
Mm-hmm.
You can't get rid of us.
No.
But there has been no race weekend just gone, which that's fine. That's fine. But we've had a little bit of time to debrief and decompress.
After that epic Mexico GP.
Mexico GP was fantastic. It definitely needed a bit of a break from there. But we thought with Brazil Grand Prix coming up this weekend, we've only got 4 races left of the season.
Mm-hmm.
Let's have a little recap.
A little recap of what's happened and
What's
what
been happening
could potentially come.
this year though, not just like recently, because I think we can't forget that we have to go all the way back sometimes about what's actually been happening and going around. So is there any place that you'd like to start?
Well,
it's going to be a quick, snappy episode, by the way.
Yeah, I think because obviously we are in Melbourne and we started off this 2025 season, we should start in Melbourne to the God, it's crazy to think back, like that epic win of Lando. And I actually remember feeling
The home race curse as well.
Yeah, I remember feeling so excited for Lando. I'm like, what's going to happen this year? And now, so many emotions and feelings have changed towards Lando. Not me, I think collectively as a country.
I know. It was a really hard one.
We're also excited for Lando, and it's just like
the battle in Australia set off a massive tone for what the year would follow with Oscar and Lando as drivers and the competitiveness that McLaren put out there as well. And also having George there. I think the main thing though that we got from Australia after such a few dominant years was Max Verstappen. And it was just like this clear like shakiness and weirdness within the Red Bull team and also within himself as well. And that's sort of where we first saw him not win. And it was weird because it was the first season, like first race of the season after he just come back from winning Drivers' Championship again and dominant again.
Again,
and, like,
and again and again and again and
what?
again. Yeah.
What's happening here? Like, so it was bizarre. Obviously, he wanted to redeem himself from Australia the year before where his car caught fire. RIP, if you remember that, 2024. Well, yeah, 2024. We're nearly in 2026.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Max's car, it didn't work.
It caught on fire.
No, this year.
Oh, this year. Well,
no, it didn't work at the start of the season. It
well,
didn't work.
It didn't work, but I mean, not necessarily at the start of the season, but it didn't work in Australia. In China, obviously Oscar Piastri won as well. But in Japan, Max Verstappen did win. So 3 into the 3rd race of the season, he won.
But he did keep saying as well, my car isn't working.
Yes.
All throughout the start of the season, he was like, it's not working. And we actually saw that he was sitting in the middle of the grid and everyone thought his Max Verstappen and Red Bull's dominance era over. And then something for them kind of tiptoed and turned when they – remember when they fired Christian Horner?
That old chestnut that happened. When was that, like June?
That was June, July.
Yeah.
And since then – Red Bull have been okay.
They have been. It's funny because I'm like sitting here looking at the drivers' standings, right? And, if we look at it like color-wise, right? I'm just showing Elle my screen. There's a lot of orange with like little dots of blue. So we saw Max Verstappen win in Japan. And gosh, it's so interesting seeing Oscar. Then it was Bahrain, Saudi Arabia, Miami. Oscar won those 3 races. Then it was Emilia-Romagna, Max Verstappen won that. Then it was Monaco, Lando won. So remember as well, on the topic of McLaren, Lando won Australia and then didn't win until Monaco. Then we had Spain, Oscar won. Then Canada, George Russell won. And then we had Lando, Oscar. And then this is where the domination started as of the 7th of September. We had Max, George Russell, Max, Lando.
And this has been the fascinating thing about this season, even though like what you've just read out is amazing, but there has been that fair split over it. I mean, Lando Norris, as of this moment, sits 1 point in front of Oscar Piastri and 36 points behind is Max Verstappen. So look, all very, very close. But in the mix of all those races that have happened so far this season, we've had mixed podiums.
We have.
I mean, look, we've seen flashes of Ferrari and Mercedes.
Yes.
Being like, oh, well, we might be there. And then they come up there. And it's kind of been exciting. Then we've had rookies on the podium.
We've had
a lot of rookies this season.
Had more rookies on the Oh, actually, no, not yet, because we haven't had Gabriel, we haven't had Liam, we haven't had Ollie. Ollie almost last week in Mexico, almost was on the podium.
Yep.
No Gabriel.
We've had swap drivers this year.
We've had driver
as well.
swaps. I mean, it's so crazy to think as well. Like, think about the beginning of the season. Liam Lawson was driving for Red Bull.
Yeah, and Jack Doohan was driving for Alpine.
And Jack Doohan
now
was
it's
driving
Franco
for Alpine.
Colapinto, and now there's threats of Franco's going and like
going.
Like it's going and coming. I don't know. It just keeps going back and forth.
When you think about like Liam Lawson, obviously it was like very dramatic and sad when he left Red Bull,
so
but he's
damn happy.
thriving.
Yeah, it's like, and now they're saying, "Oh, Isack, you might be taking Yuki's seat in the Red Bull next year," and Isaac's like, "Thank you,
no,
but no
thanks. I would like to politely decline."
Like that is the craziness that has happened this season. I mean, we saw Nico Hülkenberg get a podium as well.
We saw Nico Hülkenberg get his first podium.
So even though there has been a fair split of dominance, yes, it's been McLaren up there well over 50% of the time, which has been very exciting to see as a McLaren fan myself.
Especially because it's been two drivers. It's been between Oscar and Lando.
It's a real proper
it's
battle.
Like,
it's divided the internet, that's for sure. It has been nice to see a fair split of drives across, and also watching teams like Williams come up the ranks as well and have that proof that James Vowles has been saying that 2026 we're coming back. So it has made me very excited for next year for them.
Yeah. Do you know something that, like, kind of going over this sort of recap, something that really stuck with me as well was, I don't know if you remember China, second race of the season, it was a sprint and Lewis Hamilton won that sprint. And so it was like, yes, like second race of the season, look at Ferrari, look how they're going to do. And then that was the last of that.
It's crazy to think about that because it was just a sprint as well, which is why I think we don't think about that.
We don't think about it as a win, really.
No, but I also don't think the F1 drivers think about it as a win either. It's been very, very interesting on the grid of what's sort of been happening. And then as we touched on before, off the grid this season, there's been plenty of drama in terms of, you know, we had all the Christian Horner stuff come out and then he was let go by the team and then paid out allegedly 100 million euros to a certain party. That party still works within Formula One, and now there's all these rumors that Christian Horner's coming back. Like, he's sort of been the focus off the grid. Yeah. And then the online battle has really been between McLaren and their fans and who supports who. It's like sort of like Oscar versus Lando. The crazy things that are happening. We've had media right changes. What else has been happening this year?
I mean, yeah.
I feel like they're the big things. Like, we didn't even have a proper silly season in terms of reigniting driver signings. Like, nothing was crazy. No one dropped out. Alonso said, if Aston Martin doesn't improve their car, like, I might not come back. During the Mexico Grand Prix, they said that Alonso wouldn't be coming back from Mexico because he just always DNFs there. So I was like, yeah, well, he's probably not coming back next year anyway.
Which he did not DNF.
So, you know, there's that.
Yeah.
George Russell, Mercedes took ages to sign him.
That was the big one. Yeah, definitely. Remember the whole, which I still think this might happen, the rumors of George Russell potentially going to Red Bull and Max Verstappen going to Mercedes, and then what was going to happen with George Russell. And then finally, I mean, it was only like a couple of weeks ago that we got confirmation that George Russell and Antonelli got their seats confirmed, which I still think that Max Verstappen was a contender for that seat. But now that he's been dominating, that wasn't going to be the case. Because remember, it's all the photos of Max Verstappen on Toto Wolff's yacht, which granted, I do actually think they're friends.
I think they wanted to see what was going to happen with Red Bull's car with the improvements, because the improvements that they made for the second half of the season have been phenomenal. Whether there has been internal like team adjustments because there's new leadership now, it's a more positive environment, there's something looming over them. I think there's been a lot of change within the whole structure. Yeah. Which can lead to winning. Yeah. More so than just like your technical engineering part. Yeah. I mean, obviously he's an amazing driver. But I think
he is.
Now that we have the 4 points left over, we need to talk about the state of play.
I mean, before we talk about the state of play, I just want to say, do you have a top moment from this season?
Just the battles. The
McLaren battles?
Yeah, I don't have like a single one. Do you?
I mean, I have like a couple. And it's funny
because
we'll
get into state of play in a bit.
Yeah, we're going to state of play a bit because I was sort of like, as we were reading this, I sort of remembered moments that have happened that made me very happy. And you know me, I'm a Ferrari fan and that's been really disappointing this season. So I'm going to focus on on the what we'd call the underdogs, right? I have 3.
All right. Spitball. I'm going to time you because my laptop's going to die soon.
First of all, Hülkenberg, his podium.
Yep. Always going to be a highlight.
Mm-hmm. Isack Hadjar's podium.
Always going to be a
Dutch
highlight.
GP. Antonelli's was great, but I just think Isack Hadjar's was more exciting when he broke his trophy as well.
I think because it was a cash app as well.
Yes.
That's what made it extra special.
And then Carlos Sainz podium ×2.
I think it was Williams.
No, exactly. But that's what I mean. It was more exciting because it was the fact.
It was the fact
part
that it
of
was
me
Williams.
was really disappointed because I was like, wow, he got this not in a Ferrari. I mean, obviously he had many podiums in a Ferrari, but it was like there was mixed feelings of frustrating that Lewis Hamilton hasn't had a podium yet. Heartbroken, especially when we go back to think about all the media coverage that was on Lewis Hamilton and everyone thinking he was going to do so well. And we can revert back. You can go back to episodes from the start of the season where I was like, I don't think much is going to come out of Lewis Hamilton.
No, but nothing ever comes out of Ferrari when a top driver moves there.
Yeah.
Any top driver that has moved to Ferrari has flailed.
Yeah. So it was nice to see Carlos. I think Carlos had a real fuck you moment to Ferrari on his podium ×2. But let's get into the juice of what's to come.
All right. So, state of play, and I'm going to read some numbers out here. Currently, Lando Norris, 357 points. Oscar Piastri, 356 points. If you haven't done the math, that is 1 point difference.
What?
I know. Shocker, right?
Shocker.
And Max Verstappen, 321 points. Now, George Russell is up there. He's technically a contender, but realistically,
It's not happening.
the 3 of them would have to not win or podium anything for George to even be considered. And George would have to win every single race. So it's not really going to happen. So we've got 4 Grand Prix left. We've got Brazil, Vegas, Abu Dhabi and Qatar. So Qatar, Abu Dhabi, however we want to play it. And we have 2 sprints. So there's 116 points left in total.
Yeah.
Are you with me?
Yep, I'm with you.
So Max has 36 points to gain in the next 4 rounds if he wants to win. Well, sorry, in the next 2 rounds if he wants to get in front.
Yeah.
So few scenarios. If Oscar podium locks at P2, so he is basically P2 in every single race moving forward.
Oscar.
Then Max needs to win every race and sprint to win.
Okay.
Yeah. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You with me?
I'm with you. Yeah.
It's very
obviously it's you could pull out not a million, but you could pull out hundreds of scenarios because it really does depend on
the
where
scenario.
each of these 3 drivers specifically finish.
Yeah. So if Lando and Oscar, because also remember George Russell, he can drive and he does win races as well. So, but I'm not including him in this, but he might be within this one that if Lando and Oscar split P3 and P4 over the next 4 races and sprints, then Max can pass both of them with 2 wins of the sprint and other podiums.
Okay.
Yeah.
So basically McLaren just can't perform.
McLaren just need to pretty much be in P1, P2.
Yeah.
The whole time. Because Max is an even closer looming threat now.
Yeah.
Especially the fact that we have 2 sprints to go.
Yeah.
That is going to be the decider.
Which is the thing. People are always like, sprints, it's not enough points. It makes a difference.
It actually makes a difference. Those 8 points makes a difference. I think the one that is missing that I think is a real shame in this context because we have such a close contention right now is the fastest lap point. I wish they didn't remove that because imagine if they had that. Like with this 1 point difference right now, fastest lap could make a huge difference.
It could.
Especially Lando Norris had some insane flying laps
at
the Mexico Grand Prix.
So he could have been 2 points ahead instead.
Imagine that. And then that just can make it such a difference, especially when it's this close.
Yeah.
So Oscar must beat Lando more often than not now moving forward, like 90% of the time, pretty much. To win this,
Unless, if Lando
avoid
DNFs.
all DN. No, well, if Lando DNFs, then I think it's a different story. And Lando needs to get no below than P2, and then same with Max, but Max needs to win.
Wow.
Yeah. So
again, there's hundreds of scenarios.
I feel like I might lay out all the math online of a few different scenarios, but
yeah.
There's a lot going on there. It's actually so much closer. Like, look, obviously you can see it's close. It's 1 point difference, but this is actually making it 10 times closer.
It is.
When you look at it like that and being like, actually, this is what needs to happen. And that just puts my stress levels through the fucking roof.
Through the roof.
I'm like, I don't know if I can watch the next
but it's
6 events, but I'm going to have to.
I'm literally
I can't miss anything.
Abu Dhabi is at 12 a.m.
Oh, I'm staying up. Like that's the last. Okay.
No shit. I'm like, unfortunately, we can't do a viewing party because the pub is closed. But I think we're gonna have to do something.
We're gonna have to do something. I mean, I might be in my new house by that point.
Well, we're doing a watch party at your house.
Yeah. It's
1,000. Can you actually speak to your builder and say I need to be in by the 6th of December?
Oh, that'd be nice.
I need to be in by the 6th of December.
4.5 weeks away.
Yeah.
That'd be nice. I don't even. Oh,
come on.
Our couch, new couch would have arrived because we ordered that 3 weeks ago.
I'll sit on the floor. This is going to be epic. You know, it's been a long time since we've had a battle like this.
I know.
And, you know, coming down to the wire. And, you know,
this fight's so alive.
But, you know, as well, remember like a midway through the season where I got kind of a bit frustrated because Zach Brown made a comment about how he said it's going to be a fight to Abu Dhabi. And he wasn't wrong. Which kind of did make me think, what are you guys doing? You're not prioritizing a driver.
Well, this is the thing, and we've discussed that Lando Norris is probably going to be the one that's prioritizes the team. But at the end of the day, they have they have their own teams. So Oscar's team is going to do anything
to get Oscar to win. To
get Oscar to win and to be in front of Lando. And I don't know if you remember this one comment during the Mexico Grand Prix. Lando's engineer called into Lando and said, we just want to help the others out. How are your tyres holding up? Because obviously Lando had clean air and knew exactly how the tyres were holding up so they could pass on the feedback to Oscar. So that was like your classic team spirit thing. Good on them. Cool. Nicely done. But yeah.
Well, look, we have Interlagos coming up this weekend. Do you have any predictions?
I
mean, let me speak because I have some stats.
Look, you. This is your track. I feel like
one of my tracks,
one of your tracks, but it's a much closer track to home for you.
Yeah.
I can't make a call on predictions because I just don't want to put the bad juju out in the world, and I also don't want to say something and then be entirely disappointed because that's what I'm terrified of right now.
Okay, well, let me speak then.
Yeah,
let me speak. Purely because I have stats in front of me just of results from 2024 and 2023. Now, I don't know if you remember, but I don't think you'll be able to remember who was on the podium last year. No? You won't remember.
No. Slipped my mind. Was it Alonso?
No, that was 2023. So, okay, 2024, we had Max, Ocon, and Pierre.
That's right.
Yes.
I forgot about that. That was the Alpine Dominant.
Alpine Dominant.
That's right. Oh, God, that feels like a million years ago.
It does feel like a million years ago. And then 2023 was Max, Lando, and Alonso. Now, and then Checo. You know, Interlagos is quite wet. I mean, it's literally at a lake. Interlagos, Lago Lake. And yes, Sao Paulo is very rainy. And it is a very, very rainy track, which means drama, excitement, great. Now, something that I will say, and I hope he proves us wrong, but I know typically Oscar Piastri doesn't. And this is what my fears and sort of what I spoke about on the Today Show, the fears of that, like Oscar doesn't do great in the Americas. And that's kind of a hard pill to swallow because we have Interlagos and then afterwards we have Las Vegas. Typically doesn't do great at these circuits.
It's so weird that he doesn't. I wonder what that reasoning is.
It's something in that America's air or something.
It's in the food.
Or the altitude,
too many
I think.
preservatives.
Yeah. Well, not too many. No, I don't know. Not Brazil or Mexico. But, I mean, the altitude at play. But, look, I would I want Oscar to do well, but I'm not sure. I think, you know, if we're like statistically looking at the last 2 years, Max won, then I think like there is a high chance that Max wins.
Look, if Max wins, Oscar needs P2.
Yeah, but
to get back in front of Lando, obviously.
But in saying that, like, look what happened last year with Ocon and Gasly. Like, there is also a high chance that we have like some chaotic rain drama. I don't know, maybe another Carlos podium, I just thought.
I mean, I just need Oscar to get P2.
Do you know what, actually?
I just need Oscar to beat Lando. I need the swap. I need the swap again.
Well, do you know what actually I would absolutely love? Just because Lewis Hamilton is like an honorary Brazilian, they really like recognize him over there. You know, they gave him like a key to the city or something like that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put some good juju out there for Lewis Podium.
All right.
I'm like,
Kinda that.
I know I've got a Leclerc hat, but like red drink bottle.
You are very red. You are very red today.
And I just ate a red skin. Oh no, it's not red anymore.
You don't have a red tongue.
No. Anyway.
All right, well,
time will
fingers
tell.
crossed.
I think I feel like I'm jacked. Like I'm pumped. I'm really pumped. I'm like, all of Australia is so many emotions, so much tension, so much
my heart
drama.
rate monitor can't
I know.
even.
What's your heart rate? My heart rate is currently at.
Apparently, I'm at 78.
I was 73 8 minutes ago.
Honestly, with someone with a resting heart rate of currently
90. But I just got really jacked up just then.
Okay, so my resting heart rate at the moment, it's a little brag moment. Guys.
What is it, 43?
I've gotten down to 49.
That's great. It's because running.
Like.
Cardio fitness.
It's also because it's not vaping.
Oh, yeah, that.
Just in case anyone wants to be inspired.
All right. Well,
peace out.
Did you say piss out? Peace
out.
out. Peace out.
A-Town. All right, bye.
Thanks for listening, guys. We'll see you next week. Bye.